During a minor league tryout in 1912, a young 22-year-old Sam Rice got the tragic news. Tornado had destroyed his Illinois home, killing his father, stepmother, their two children, his own wife, and his own two children. After this, the heartbroken young man bounced from job to job around the country, even joined the Navy. Had another tragedy when 19 of his shipmates were killed in Veracruz during an intervention in a Mexican revolt. But Sam Rice's baseball interest was rekindled when he was in the U.S. Navy. And he started playing for the Petersburg team in the Virginia League. Washington Senators noticed him and signed him in 1915. And over the next 20 seasons, he hit over 315 times, lifetime average of 322, hit 34 career homers, 21 of which were inside the park. Sam Rice was a smart and fast player. There was a game in Cleveland where Rice had collected 2 hits. The Indians took exception and on their next pitch knocked him down. Rice got up and then hit a line drive off the pitcher's shin, sending him to the clubhouse. Next pitcher came in, and Rice hit another line drive off the pitcher's shin, or off his kneecap. Rice was durable and consistent. From 1919 to 1930, he missed fewer than 4 games per year. Everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you game number 53 of the All-Time Greats Tournament. This is the first game of a best-of-3 series between the 1948 Boston Braves and the 1925 Washington Senators. Here now are your starting lineups for today's game. All right, game 1 of this 3-game series, best of 3, begins now. Let's play ball. Walter Johnson against Alvin Dark. Alvin Dark was a rookie in 1948, 4th in the National League in batting. Here's the pitch. 33, that's a hit column roll for Alvin Dark right off the start. 65 is a double for Alvin Dark. Hot start for the Boston Braves in the tournament. Leading off with a double. Here is Eddie Stanky, second baseman. Walter Johnson winds, and here's the pitch, or stretches, and here's the pitch. 35 is a 9 against a B. That's going to be a single over second, and Alvin Dark will score. Already 1-0 Boston Braves. Tommy Holmes. .34 is a fly ball to center field. Earl McNeely is under it and makes the catch. 1 down. Here is Jeff Heath. Played 9 years in the American League, mostly the Cleveland Indians. Here is pitch to Heath. 1-4 is a fly ball to Goose Goslin in left field. 2 away. And now Bob Elliott. .35 is a 39. Runner on first. Fielding column 1. Okay, the result is runner out stealing. I give the runners and catchers a chance. I'm using master ratings for the base runners, basic for the game. So there goes Eddie Stanky, 11 through 33, or 11 through 33. He'll be safe. Johnson's move the first is 0. The catcher is +2 to his favor, and he has an F17 stealer. So it'll be F15 is his chance to be safe, and 16 is a stolen base. So Eddie Stanky is on second base. Bob Elliott still at bat. There are 2 outs. 56 is going to be a high pop-up over the infield. Bucky Harris is under and makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the first. Boston 1. Senators coming to bat. One of the top left-handers of all time, Warren Spahn, is pitching for the Braves. And Sam Rice steps into the box to start off the first for Washington. 45 is a base on balls. A walk to Sam Rice. Stealing, he is E27. Warren Spahn is a +3 holding runners, and he was one of the best ever at holding runners. And what I liked about him, he did not throw the ball over first base a whole lot. He bobbed his head, changed his timing, stepped off. He did a lot of things to concern base runners without throwing the ball over there a lot. We're going to hit and run anyway. Here's the pitch to Bucky Harris. The runner started. 1-4 is a 30. And that's going to be a fly out to the left fielder. Myron McCormick, 1 out, and Rice will hustle back to first base. Here's Goose Goslin, a .334 hitter in 1925. 21 is a 32. That's going to be a fly ball to Jeff Heath in right field. And the runner holds. Joe Judge, Washington's longtime first baseman, steps into the box. Here's a stretch by Spahn. And the pitch. There goes Sam Rice. He's going to try to steal. And 13, he's going to be safe. Easily safe. His chances were 11 through 45 with all the calculations. So now he's in scoring position with 2 outs, and Joe Judge can put the Senators back even with the Braves with a hit here. Here's the pitch to Joe Judge. 42 is a base on balls. It's a walk. First and second. And Earl McNeely. Here's the pitch to McNeely. 36 is a strikeout. First strikeout for Warren Spahn. Walked 2 batters, but nobody scored. We go to the top of the second. 1-0 Boston. All right, Walter Johnson toes the rubber for the Senators. And is this a pitching matchup or what? Warren Spahn against Walter Johnson. Walter Johnson is primarily a fastball pitcher, and for many years in his career, that's all he threw. But late in his career, he did develop a curveball. There's a pitch to Earl Torgeson, 61. Is a fly ball to left field. Goose Goslin is under it, 1 away. Myron McCormick, the Braves left fielder, steps up to the plate. 63 is a fly ball to center field. And that is caught by Earl McNeely, 2 outs. The catcher, Phil Mossy, with Warren Spahn on deck. 61 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Roger Peckinpah fields it and throws to Joe Judge at first. That's the end of the inning. 1-2-3 for the Braves. 1-0 Boston as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Ossie Bluish will lead off for the Senators in the second. He played 18 seasons for the Senators, and only Walter Johnson logged more time for Washington. Warren Spahn wind up and the pitch. 51 is a single for Ossie Bluish. Fast runner at first base. C22 stealing. 11 through 36 will be his chances. He may hold on for a second. Here's the pitch to Peckinpah. 63 is a fly ball to center field. And it's caught by Tommy Holmes One away, catcher Muddy Ruel, pitcher on deck. 26 is a, look like it's going to be a double play ball. 24 is a 6-4-3 double play. That closes out the second. We go to the third, 1-0 Boston. Warren Spahn will lead off for the Braves in the third. I think the consecutive scoreless inning streak that Don Drysdale broke in the 60s was Walter Johnson's record, 56 in 1912. 55 is a base hit for the pitcher, Warren Spahn. Solid single over shortstop. Spahn's average speed. They run out the jacket to him. Alvin Dark. Here's the pitch. 1-3 is a 14. Does not have a Z modifier. That's going to be a base on balls. And the Braves have runners on first and second and nobody out. Here is Eddie Stanky coming off one of his best seasons, 320 batting average in 1948. He's going to swing away. 1-3 is a 14. That's going to be a base on balls. That'll load the bases. And Walter Johnson is surrounded by Braves. We'll play the infield back. Can Tommy Holmes put a quarter in the merry-go-round? 41 is a 24. And they're playing the infield back, so that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So Spahn scores, and it becomes 2-0, and now there's 2 outs with a runner at third. And that runner at third is Alvin Dark. All right, here's Jeff Heath. There's 2 outs. 61 is a 40. That is a pop-up. And the shortstop, Roger Peckinpah, is under it and makes the catch. That closes out the third, but the Braves add a run. They take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the third inning. Walter Johnson, the Washington pitcher, will lead off the bottom of the third inning. He'd like to duplicate what Spahn did, single and score in the last inning. Here's the pitch to Walter Johnson. 32 is a 26 play result. That's a ground out to Eddie Stanky at second base. 1 away. Sam Rice, consistent line drive hitter. 51 is a fly ball to center field. 2 outs. And now player manager Bucky Harris steps into the box. 51 is a single for Bucky Harris. Average speed at first. Hall of Famer Goose Goslin will be the hitter. Goslin played in 3 World Series for the Senators and also made the World Series with the Detroit Tigers. 26 is a 29. That's going to be a, let's see, Y. He doesn't have the Y, so it's going to be a ground out to the pitcher with 2 outs. And Spahn throws the first. That's the end of the third. We go to the fourth, 2-0 Braves. When we think about how hard it is today for a major league pitcher to win 300 games, imagine how hard it is today for a pitcher to throw 110 shutouts. That's what Walter Johnson did in his career, 110 shutouts. Bob Elliott leads off for the Braves. 52 is going to be a ground ball to, nope, that's an X. It's going to be a strikeout. And that is the first strikeout for Walter Johnson. Earl Torgerson steps in the box. Later played in the World Series for the Chicago White Sox in 59. 23 is a fly ball to McNeely in center field. 2 away. Here is Mike McCormick. 56 is a 27. X is a strikeout. So Walter Johnson U-turns 2 out of 3 hitters in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Boston 2, Washington 0. Joe Judge leads off the bottom of the fourth. 9 times he hit over 300 for the Senators. 13 is a base on balls for Joe Judge, and that is the third walk surrendered by Warren Spahn, who normally has pinpoint control. Judge's average speed of first base. Earl McNeely. 1-1 roll, that's a hit column roll for McNeely. And 1-3 is a 6 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a double over first. Murray goes to third. No outs. And the tying runs on second base for Washington. Ossie Bluish, third baseman, comes to the plate. Kind of moving down toward the bottom of the Senators' order. I think the Braves are going to play the infield in. 61 is a 27. And that's going to be a ground out to third. And the runners will hold. 1 down. Roger Peckinpah. He was the American League MVP in 1925. All right, let's see. I think we may... On deck hitter hit 310. Pitch to Peckinpah. Infield's in once again. 61, that's a 24. And that is going to be a pop out to third base. 2 outs. Now the infield can move back. And Warren Spahn will intentionally walk catcher Muddy Ruel in order to pitch to the pitcher Walter Johnson. Well, a lovely opportunity for Walter Johnson to help his own cause. There are 2 outs. Ruel's at first, McNeely's at second, and Joe Judge is at third. Here's the pitch to Walter Johnson. 6-6 roll for Walter Johnson. That's a hit column roll. The pitcher squares one up for a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. A grand slam home run for Walter Johnson. And the Senators take a 4-2 lead in the fourth. And that'll make this the second game in a row that we have seen a grand slam in the all-time greats tournament. Dexter Fowler hit one in game 52 for the 2016 Cubs. And Warren Spahn's not happy with himself. They had 2 outs. Here is top of the order, and Sam Rice. 41 is a ground out to the shortstop. Alvin Dark makes the play, but the damage is done on 2 hits and 2 walks. Grand slam by Walter Johnson makes it 4-2 going into the top of the 5th inning. Washington. Catcher Phil Mossey set the lead off. 44 is going to be a 8 against a B. That's a fly ball to Earl McNeely in center field. 1 away. Warren Spahn. 54, fly ball to right field. 2 outs. Alvin Dark. Dark has been on base twice. He's doubled and walked. 31 is going to be a fly ball to McNeely in center field. 3 up and 3 down for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Washington 4 and Boston 2. Here's Bucky Harris, the lead off the last of the 5th for the Senators. 41 is going to be a ground ball to Alvin Dark at shortstop. Throws over to Earl Torgerson. There's 1 down. Goose Goslin, nicknamed Goose for the way he ran. And that, I bought bigger dice so they wouldn't roll off the table. They still do. And that's a dice off the table. All right, the ruling for a dice off the table is a foul ball. Here's the pitch to Goslin. 1-3 is a 14 to base on balls. And that is the 5th walk yielded by Warren Spahn. Joe Judge. 26. That's another base on ball, 6, and got a frustrated pitcher out there, Warren Spahn. First and second, Earl McNeely. Here's a stretch and a pitch to McNeely. 6-6 roll, that's a hit column roll for Earl McNeely. And 1-2 is a 7. That's going to be a single to right. And the runner goes to third. Oh, wait a minute. Take that, I'm on the wrong page. Single to the left. One scores and the other goes to third. RBI by Earl McNeely, and it is 5-2, Washington. When you get a second column roll that's a single, like something like a 7 or 8, 10 or 11, you read those off the grade D pitcher. On the extra base second column rolls, you read it off the radian of the pitcher that's pitching. So 3-run lead now for Washington, and that is 5 runs within 3 innings. So Warren Spahn's grade goes down to CZ, pitching grade. Here's Aussie Blues. The Braves are going to play the infield back, try to get a double play. 32 is a 26, and that is a 4-6-3 double play. So they get the twin killing. But another run scores, and it is now Washington 5 and Boston 2, top of the 6th. Eddie Stanky leads off the 6th for the Braves. 41 is a ground ball to Roger Peckinpah at shortstop. Throws over to first, 1 away. Tommy Holmes. 31 is a fly ball to center field. 2 outs. And now Jeff Heath. 36 is a pop out to, it's got a Y, he's an X. Pop out to second base. And 3 up and 3 down. Walter Johnson has retired 11, 12 in a row. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Senators 5 and the Braves 2. All right, Roger Peckinpah out of Wooster, Ohio, leads off the last of the 6th inning. 21 is a fly ball to left field, 1 away. Muddy Rule. 46 is a 38 at the ball. So Rule is still at the plate, 1-0 count. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Tommy Holmes ranges over and makes the catch. 2 down. Here is Walter Johnson, who last time up slammed a grand slam. 62 is a single for Walter Johnson, and he'll be at first base with 2 outs. Let's see, double it, 62. Not a single because he's a C. That's going to be a pop out to third. So the C grade changes that to a pop out to third. It's 3 up and 3 down for Washington. And we go to the 7th now. The Senators lead by 3. All right, Bob Elliott, who hit 23 homers in 1948, leads off for Boston. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Tommy Holmes is under it. 1 out. It's been smooth sailing for Walter Johnson since the 3rd inning. Pitch to Torgerson, 1-1 roll, and that's a hit column roll there. 24 is a double for Earl Torgerson. Myron McCormick, that puts the tying run on deck. So here is McCormick. Here's the pitch to Myron McCormick. 46 is a fly ball to left field. Goose Gosselin is under it and makes the catch. Runner holds at second. And Phil Massey, the catcher. 253 hitter. Pitcher's on deck. I'll probably pitch hit anyway. So here's the pitch to Massey. 62 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the end of the top of the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-2, Washington. Sam Rice, who walked and stole a base, leads off for the Senators in the bottom of the 7th inning. 45 is going to be another base on balls for Sam Rice. I think the Braves would like to see Spahn get through this inning. He's due to lead off the 8th. Here is Bucky Harris. And he's going to attempt to sacrifice. It's a 3-3-7 on the sacrifice. 3-4. A successful sacrifice, but it would have been a hit if he wasn't bunting. 1 down. Here's Goose Goslin. Goslin played for the Senators and Tigers, but he also played for the St. Louis Browns for a few years. Here's the pitch. 1-5. That's an 11. And that's going to be a single to left. And the runner out at home, unless he's F-rated, and he is F-rated, so Rice is fast. So an RBI single for Goose Goslin. 6-2, Washington. So while timeout is called, the Boston Braves will switch pitchers. Ernie White will come in to pitch. He's going to be a grade B W pitcher. And for same sidedness, first batter, he'll be a grade A pitching to Joe Judge. So Spahn pitches 6 1/3 innings, gives up 6 hits, and the thing that really did him were these 7 walks. All right, here is the pitch to Joe Judge. 54 is a fly ball to right field. That's 2 outs. And now Earl McNeely. 2 for 3, doubled, single, and then driven in a run. 54 is also a fly ball to right field. And Jeff Heath is under it, makes the catch. Go to the top of the 8th. It is Washington 6 and Boston 2. Pinch hitter Bill Salkeld will lead off the 8th for the Braves. 6-6 roll, that's a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. A home run for Bill Salkeld, pinch home run. Cuts the lead in half, 6-3. And Braves are off to a good start here in the 8th. Top of the order, and Alvin Dart. 64 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 away. Tommy Holmes. 25 is the roll. That's going to be an 8 against the B, a fly out to center field. 2 down. And now Eddie Stanky. 51 is a fly to center field. So the Braves get 1 run back on the home run by pinch hitter Bill Salkeld. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Senators 6 and the Braves 3. Now pitching for the Braves is Bob Hoke, a grade B relief rating, so he'll be using the grade B and Z modifier. Ossie Bluich leads off for the Senators. 35 is a 14 that's going to be a base on balls. And Senator hitters have been very patient today. That's their 8th walk. Roger Peckinpah. Peckinpah will square around the bunt. 31 is a 9. Bunt toward third. It's picked up by Elliott, and he throws to Eddie Stanky covering first. 5-4. Successful sacrifice. Bluish goes to second. And now here is Muddy Rule. Last time in this situation, the Braves elected to walk him, but that ended up being a grand slam by Walter Johnson. So they're going to pitch to him this time, see what happens. Here's the pitch to Rule. 32 is a 26, and that's going to be a ground out to the right side. Eddie Stanky has it at second base. Throw to first. 2 outs. Bluish goes to third. And now, timeout. Bobby Veach will pinch hit for the Senators with 2 outs in the ninth. Here's the pitch from Hogue. 61 is a 40. And 40 fielding column 2 is a pop out to the shortstop, Alvin Dark. So 3 outs, we go to the ninth. The Legislators are up by 3 votes. Heath, Elliott, and Torgerson will be the last opportunity for the Braves here in the ninth inning. New pitcher for Washington is Firpo Marbury, grade B, X, and W modifiers. Here's the pitch from Marbury. 36 is a 33 pop out to second base. That's a Y modifier there, but Marbury's an X. So it is a pop out to second. Bucky Harris makes that catch, and there's 1 away. Robert Elliott, third baseman. 63 is a fly ball to center field. Earl McNeely calls for it and makes the grab. 2 down, and Cliff Torgerson is the last hope for the Boston Braves. Here's the pitch to Torgerson. 43 is a ground ball back to Marbury. He fields it, throws the first, and that's your ball game. The final score, the Washington Senators 6 and the Boston Braves 3. Will come back with the wrap-up in just a second. Walter Johnson opens today's series in a grand way with a pitching victory and a grand slam. In today's game, the Boston Braves had 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. The Washington Senators scored 6 runs on 6 hits, and they had no errors, so it was an errorless game. Home runs in the game by Bill Salkeld, I think it's pronounced Salkeld, who pinch hit in the 8th inning and drove 1 out of the ballpark, and Walter Johnson's grand slam in the 4th inning. The winning pitcher was Walter Johnson, 8 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks, 3 earned runs. Losing pitcher was Warren Spahn. He just did not have his control today. It's a rare day. Walked 7 batters, 6 1/3 innings, 6 earned runs. He's the losing pitcher. Firpo Marbury gets the save. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend as well. And join us again for Game 2 of the 1925 Washington Senators and the 1948 Boston Braves. We'll go to the Wigwam for that game, and join us then. Good day, and God bless.